Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about anti-neoplastic agents lecture 3. There is a series of lectures for anti-neoplastic agents. In previous two lectures we have seen about introduction of cancer and anti-neoplastic agent, that is anti-cancer agents, and classification of anti-neoplastic agents. Out of different classes of anti-neoplastic agents, we have seen about alkylating agents. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about anti-metabolites, anti-cancer agents. So, term indicate anti-metabolite, indicate inhibition of or inhibitors of metabolites. These are the compounds which inhibit the metabolites. Antimetabolites are compounds that prevent the biosynthesis of utilization of normal cellular metabolites. They are derived by doing minor changes in the structure of normal metabolites. Right? Normally, cellular metabolic process is going on in which different normal metabolites are involved. But these antimetabolites incorporate in place of normal metabolites and inhibit its utilization in the different normal metabolic processes. They either by inhibition of its synthesis or by inhibition of its uses. They are derived by doing minor changes in the structure of normal metabolites. Changes, for example, incorporation of the one or two bioisosteric groups. Right? In normal metabolites, different bioisosteric groups can be replaced and form the new compound which act as anti-metabolites. So, they have the structural similarity. Normal metabolites and anti-metabolites have the structural similarity. Right? They interfere with the utilization of natural metabolites by virtue of similarity of chemical structure. Right? They have the anti-metabolites are derived only by doing some changes in the structure of normal metabolites. Right? So they have the structural similarity, and due to its structural similarity, they interfere in the utilization of the normal metabolites. They may be amino acid inhibitors, vitamins and coenzyme inhibitors, and antagonists of metabolites involved in nucleic acid synthesis. Right? In our body, different amino acid functions, normally vitamins and coenzymes are also important for the normal different metabolic processes inside the body. Right? And metabolites involved in the nucleic acid synthesis. Right? Many nucleic acid metabolites, that is nucleosides, nucleotides, are available inside the body which normally function. So here our topic of interest is that antagonist of metabolites involved in nucleic acid synthesis. Here we are targeting especially cell growth. Right? For the cell growth, new nucleic acid is required. Right? For the cell division, new cell formation, nucleic acid synthesis is very important. So here we target the metabolites involved in nucleic acid synthesis. That's by inhibition of the nucleic acid. Right? So first is folic acid analogues. It is the subclass from anti-metabolites. First one is folic acid analogues. So folic acid is normal metabolite which is involved in the different metabolic processes inside the body. Generally, folic acid is involved in the synthesis of purine and pyrimidine bases of the DNA and RNA. Right? Different purine and pyrimidine bases which are useful for the synthesis of nucleic acid. So, by different reaction, folic acid converted into tetrahydrofolic acid, and the tetrahydrofolic acid is involved in the synthesis of different bases and its function in the synthesis of nucleic acid as an enzyme or coenzyme. These folic acid derivatives act as enzyme or coenzyme which is useful for the synthesis of nucleic acid bases, that is purine or pyrimidine bases. These are also known as indirect inhibitors of thymidylate synthetase, that is the enzyme thymidylate synthetase is the enzyme which is involved in the synthesis of the thymidine. Right? So, example is methotrexate. This is the structure of methotrexate and this is the structure of folic acid which is normal metabolite. See in the both structure and compare it. See here one methyl group is present in place of hydrogen. So in folic acid there is a N-alkylation, right? N-methyl group is present because N-methylation is done on this nitrogen and produces the methotrexate. And second minor changes is that here NH2 group is present in purine ring, right? Pyrimidine ring, and here one ketone group is present, right? So from folic acid this ketone group is replaced with the amino group. And second changes is that this hydrogen atom from this nitrogen is replaced with these methyl groups, right? So there is only two minor changes done in folic acid and produces the methotrexate. So methotrexate acts as an anti-metabolite for folic acid or its analogues. Properties of methotrexate: it is yellow to orange brown crystalline powder and hygroscopic in nature. That's why it should be stored in well closed airtight container and in cool place. Then it is practically insoluble in water, soluble in dilute solutions of mineral acids, alkali hydroxides and carbonates. So in short, it is soluble in solutions of acid, alkali and carbonates. It is readily absorbed in low doses through oral administration and it poorly crosses the blood-brain barrier. It is converted into its 7-hydroxy metabolites in high dose. Now, mechanism of action of methotrexate. Normally, folic acid in presence of dihydrofolate synthetase converted into dihydrofolate, right? This one is the normal metabolic process. Folic acid is converted into dihydrofolate with the help of enzyme dihydrofolate synthetase. Again, dihydrofolate in presence of dihydrofolate reductase converted into tetrahydrofolate, that is THF, tetrahydrofolate, and this tetrahydrofolate is useful for the synthesis of purines, pyrimidine and some amino acid, right? This tetrahydrofolate is useful for the synthesis of purines, thymidine and some amino acids, and during this type of synthesis this tetrahydrofolate acts as a coenzymes, right? So it is very essential for the synthesis of this type of metabolites in normal process, right? So this whole process is normal. Our drug methotrexate act on dihydrofolate reductase. It causes the inhibition of dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, right? This minus sign, red color minus sign indicate the inhibition, right? So methotrexate causes inhibition of enzyme dihydrofolate reductase. So there is no conversion of dihydrofolate to tetrahydrofolate and That's why there is no availability of the tetrahydrofolate for the synthesis of normal metabolites like purines and thymidine. Right? So, in absence of tetrahydrofolate, this type of metabolites cannot be synthesized and thereby cannot be synthesis of the nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, and that will lead to the death of cell. This type of cell death is known as purineless and thymidine-less death of the cell, because there is no availability of the purine and thymidine. So, cell death is due to the absence of purine and thymidine. That's why it is known as thymine-less and purine-less death of the cell. So, it is the mechanism of action of methotrexate. Uses: it is used to treat psoriasis, that is a skin disease, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, this is one type of leukemia, and choriocarcinoma. Choriocarcinoma is the cancer of the uterus seen in women, right? That is the arises from the epithelial cells of the uterus, that is woman's womb, right? Then it is act as an immunosuppressant agent also and useful for the different autoimmune diseases. It is also used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory myositis. Inflammatory myositis is also one type of a systemic autoimmune disease. Then it is useful for the treatment of lupus, breast, neck and lung cancer. Then second subclass of antimetabolites is purine analogues. Here are normal purine ring, right? Purine ring is one type of heterocyclic ring, fused ring system in which pyrimidine ring and imidazole ring are fused to each other. This 5-member ring with 2 nitrogen atom at 1,3 position, that is pyrimidine ring, and 5-member ring with 2 nitrogen atom at 1,3 position to each other is known as imidazole ring. So, in purine, imidazole and pyrimidine ring are fused. So, it is a normal purine structure. Then hypoxanthine is normal purine analog or normal metabolite for the cell, in which here double bond oxygen is present, that is keto group is present, and in between these two ketoenol tautomerism can be done. So it become double bond nitrogen and here become OH in many cases, right? So it is hypoxanthine. Then this one is guanine. It is also purine analog or purine base, right? In which additionally one NH2 group, amino group is present, right? So these are the normal purine analogues. See, or purine metabolites, normal purine metabolites, purine, hypoxanthine and guanine. Then this is the antimetabolite, that is mercaptopurine, right? This one is thioguanine and this one is azathioprine. These all are the antimetabolites which have the purine-like structure, right? See, in all these mercaptopurine there is a presence of purine ring. In thioguanine there is a structure of guanine is present. See, in compare this guanine and thioguanine. What is the difference? In guanine here ketone group is present, that is carbon double bonded oxygen, and in thioguanine carbon double bonded sulfur is present. That's why it is known as thioguanine, right? In azathioprine also there is a presence of purine ring, right? So these are the purine related antimetabolites. These are the structural analog of purine base as we discussed. It interferes or inhibit purine metabolism or inhibit purine metabolizing enzyme, right? These antimetabolites inhibit the metabolism of the purine analogues or purine metabolites, or also cause the inhibition of the enzymes which are involved in the metabolism of the purine metabolites. Purines are integral part of, as we know that, integral part of RNA, DNA and coenzymes that are synthesized in proliferation of cancer cells. The nucleosides of purine analogues are also cytotoxic and act as prodrug. Here these nucleosides, mercaptopurine, thioguanine and azathioprine, these are nothing but the nucleosides or purine bases like structures, right? And they are the cytotoxic, that means the toxic to the cells, and act as a prodrug. So it is necessary to convert into active drug inside the body, and these are activated by the phosphorylation inside the body, right? These drugs get phosphorylation and get activated inside the body. First one is mercaptopurine. Properties. It is generally observed in yellow crystalline powder. It is practically insoluble in water but soluble in solutions of alkali hydroxide, that means bases. It is metabolized into 6-methyl mercaptopurine, 6-thiouric acid and sulfates and other metabolites. Uses. It is useful for the treatment of leukemia, that is cancer of blood cells. Then mechanism of action. Normally, as we discussed that mercaptopurine acts as a prodrug and it need to activated into the active form, right? So, with the help of enzyme HGPRT, that is hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase enzyme, HGPRT, hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase enzyme. This enzyme causes the phosphorylation of the mercaptopurine into the 6-MPMP, that is the 6-mercaptopurine monophosphate, which is also known as the 6-thioinosinate, right? This 6-MPMP also known as the 6-thioinosinate, right? Now, there is a normal metabolic process. 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate is, with the help of enzyme glutamine amidophosphoribosyl transferase, converted into 5-phosphoribosyl amine, right? And this 5-phosphoribosyl amine is useful for the purine biosynthesis, right? This one is the normal process. 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate is converted into 5-phosphoribosyl amine and with the help of enzyme glutamine amidophosphoribosyl transferase, and this 5-phosphoribosyl amine is useful for the synthesis of or biosynthesis of the purine, right, inside the body. Now this our activated form of our drug, that is 6-MPMP, is act on this enzyme glutamine amidophosphoribosyl transferase. It causes the inhibition of the enzyme, right? So it is the mechanism of action of the mercaptopurine. First of all, mercaptopurine get activated into 6-MPMP, that is 6-thioinosinate, and this 6-MPMP causes the inhibition of the enzyme glutamine amidophosphoribosyl transferase, which is responsible for the conversion of 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate to the 5-phosphoribosyl amine, which is again useful for the biosynthesis of purine. That's why this whole process is inhibited. Formation of 5-phosphoribosyl amine get inhibited and ultimately inhibition of the biosynthesis of purine. Thioguanine. Properties. It is pale yellow crystalline powder. It is insoluble in water but soluble in solution of alkali hydroxides. It is converted into active metabolites, that is 6-thioguanylic acid and thioguanosine phosphate derivatives, and inactivate metabolites are 2-amino-6-methyl-thioprine and thioxanthine in the body, right? Converted into active metabolites and inactive metabolites. Active metabolites are 6-thioguanylic acid and thioguanosine phosphate, which shows the action, right? Which shows the pharmacological action. These derivatives are active. And inactive metabolites are 2-amino-6-methyl-thioprine and thioxanthine, which are the inactive, right? Which has no any therapeutic effect. Uses: it is useful for the treatment of non-lymphoblastic leukemia. Mechanism of action. See here, as we see that thioguanine is converted into active metabolite, that is 6-thioguanylic acid, with the help of enzyme HGPRT, that is hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase, right? With the help of this enzyme, thioguanine is converted into 6-thioguanylic acid monophosphate, and this active form of the drug cause the inhibition of the synthesis of guanine nucleotides and inhibit conversion of inosinic acid to xanthoic acid, right? And ultimately cause the inhibition of the synthesis of nucleic acid, right? Azathioprine, it is also purine analogues. Properties: it is found in pale yellow powder. It is practically insoluble in water but soluble in solution of bases, that is alkali hydroxides. It is well absorbed orally. When oral administration is done, then it is well absorbed. It is converted into active metabolites, that is 6-mercaptopurine and 6-thioinosinic acid. These are the active metabolites which show the therapeutic effect. Mechanism of action: it antagonizes the purine metabolism, right? Also inhibits synthesis of DNA, RNA and proteins, right? It antagonizes the purine metabolism, so ultimately inhibit the synthesis of nucleic acid, that is DNA, RNA, and as well as synthesis of the protein. It interferes with cellular metabolism and inhibit the mitosis, that is a phase involved in the cell division. So ultimately inhibit the cell growth. Uses: it is generally found as an immunosuppressant for facilitating the survival of organ and tissue transplants, right? During organ and tissue transplants, our immune system get activated, and to suppress it for the survival of the organ and tissue, right? It is used as immunosuppressant agent. Then third subclass of the antimetabolites class, that is pyrimidine analogues, right? These are the structural analog of the pyrimidine base. See structure: pyrimidine, they inhibit the enzyme thymidylate synthetase enzyme, which is involved in DNA synthesis, right? It inhibits the enzyme thymidylate synthetase, which is involved in the DNA synthesis. That's why ultimately inhibit the DNA synthesis. Thymidylate synthetase causes conversion of 2-deoxyuridylic acid to thymidyllic acid. Examples are 5-fluorouracil, floxuridine and cytarabine. See, this one is the normal pyrimidine ring. Sorry, not pyridine, it is pyrimidine ring. 6-member ring with 2 nitrogen atom at 1,3 position, that is pyrimidine. These are the anti-metabolite drug of pyrimidine analog, that is fluorouracil, floxuridine and cytarabine, which all have the basic structure pyrimidine. Fluorouracil, it is designed to block the conversion of uridine to thymidine, and thymidine is useful for the synthesis of nucleic acid. See here, normal uracil, that is normal metabolite. Uracil is normal metabolite or base which involved in the DNA synthesis. So, what is the difference between uracil and fluorouracil? Here on 5th carbon, in uracil hydrogen is present, and in fluorouracil on 5th position fluorine is present, right? So the 5-fluorouracil is differ from uracil at position 5, where fluorine atom replace the hydrogen atom of the uracil and form the fluorouracil. In this, here carbon fluorine bond is stronger and less susceptible to enzymatic cleavage as compared to carbon hydrogen bond in uracil. In uracil, here carbon hydrogen bond is present on 5th carbon, and in fluorouracil at 5th carbon, carbon fluorine bond is present, and this carbon fluorine bond is stronger and less susceptible to enzymatic cleavage, right? Properties: it is white or almost white crystalline powder, sparingly soluble in water, and incompletely absorbed from GIT when it is administered by oral route. It is metabolized in liver to give carbon dioxide, urea and alpha fluoro beta alanine metabolite. Mechanism of action: fluorouracil, with the help of metabolism inside the body, converted into fluorodeoxyuridine monophosphate, right? There is a phosphorylation of the fluorouracil, converted into fluorodeoxyuridine monophosphate and get activated, that inhibit the thymidylate synthetase, right? Not directly for fluorouracil, but its metabolite, that is fluorodeoxyuridine monophosphate, inhibit the enzyme thymidylate synthetase, right? And as we see that the function of the thymidylate synthetase, it is important in the different metabolic process in synthesis of nucleic acid, right? So inhibition of this thymidylate synthetase cause the inhibition of synthesis of thymidylate and thereby DNA synthesis, right? Here negative sign, this minus sign indicate the inhibition, right? So thymidylate synthetase have the normal function in the synthesis of thymidylate and thereby in the synthesis of DNA, right? Here this metabolite of the fluorouracil inhibit this enzyme, that's why ultimately it will lead to the inhibition of the synthesis of thymidylate and thereby DNA. Fluorouracil also have another action, that is incorporation as nucleotide into DNA, right? It incorporated as a false nucleotide into DNA and inhibit the synthesis of RNA. Right? Uses: it is used systemically for anal, esophageal, stomach, pancreatic, breast and skin cancers. Topically, it is used for skin cancer, actinic keratosis. Actinic keratosis is a condition in which on skin rough and scaly patches are seen, and it is due to the years of exposure to the sunlight, right? Due to years of exposure to sunlight on the skin, rough and scaly patches are found, right? That condition is known as actinic keratosis, right? So in this type of condition, this drug is topically used. and also in Bowen's disease. Bowen disease, it is a very early form of skin cancer, right? And in this, that's why it is easily treatable. In main sign of this Bowen's disease is red scaly patches on the skin, right? So in this all skin related condition, it is topically used. Then it is used as eye drops for treatment of ocular surface squamous neoplasia. There is OSSN, generally known as OSSN, that is ocular surface squamous neoplasia. It is a condition in which a common malignancy of the conjunctiva and cornea is found, right? It is a common malignancy of conjunctiva and cornea. That is also known as the skin cancer of the eye, right? So in this type of condition, it is used as a eye drops. Then fluoxetine properties: white crystalline powder, soluble in water and ethanol as well as DMSO, right? That is dimethyl sulfoxide. Poorly absorbed from GIT. When it is administered through oral route, it is poorly absorbed from the GIT. It is metabolized to 5-fluorouracil by the enzyme dihydropyrimidine dehydrogenase. It is excreted in different metabolites and excrete out through the urine. Mechanism of action: similar to the fluorouracil, cause the inhibition of the enzyme thymidylate synthetase. Uses: colorectal cancer, useful in the treatment of colorectal cancer, that is a cancer of colon near to rectal part. Then it is also useful for the treatment of kidney and stomach cancer. Next one is cytarabine. Properties: it is white or almost white crystalline powder. It is freely soluble in water. It is poorly absorbed when it is administered through the oral route. After phosphorylation, it is converted to active form inside the body and rapidly deaminated to inactive uracil arabinoxide. Right? First of all, through phosphorylation, this cytarabine converted into active form, that is phosphorylated form, and then rapidly by deamination converted into inactive form, that is uracil arabinoxide. Mechanism of action not completely understood. Mechanism of action of cytarabine is not completely understood, but it is believed that it acts through the inhibition of enzyme DNA polymerase. So ultimately inhibit the DNA synthesis. Uses: it is given with thioguanine and doxorubicin in the treatment of leukemia. Right? So generally it is useful for the treatment of leukemia in combination with thioguanine and doxorubicin. Thank you.